You've probably been there, lost in a maze of perfectly arranged living rooms, tiny pencil in hand, wondering how in the world a furniture store became this massive global phenomenon. Well, today, we're going to break down exactly how IKEA managed to build its incredible cult-like following.
So, let's just start with a number, a huge number. Get this, 957 million. Back in 2018, that's how many visits IKEA stores had in just 1 year. That is more people than the entire population of Europe. Wow. And it's not just casual visits. The devotion is, well, it's intense. When IKEA announced they were opening a new store in Valencia, Spain, they didn't just get a few job applications. They got 100,000 of them. So many that it literally crashed their servers. And this isn't just a European thing. Nope, this enthusiasm is totally global. In India, on the very first day the Hyderabad store opened its doors, a staggering 40,000 customers poured in for a furniture store. So all of this just begs the question, right? How on earth did a Swedish company selling furniture in flat boxes manage to build one of the most powerful and devoted cult followings in the entire world? It really comes down to a few key, brilliant ingredients. All right, first up, and this is maybe the most famous part of the whole IKEA magic, the unbeatable price formula. This is really where the revolution all started. Now here's where things get really interesting. IKEA completely flips the traditional retail model on its head. See, most companies design a product, add up all the costs, and then they stick a profit margin on top. Not IKEA. They start with the price tag. They decide, okay, a good bookshelf should cost this much, and then they challenge their designers to create something beautiful and functional that hits that exact price point. It's genius. So how do they pull this off? Well, a couple of key things. They don't just use a handful of expensive suppliers. They source materials and products from all over the world to get the absolute best deal. And of course, the big one, the one we all know, flat packing. By having you, the customer, do the final bit of assembly, they save a fortune on shipping and storage. And those savings, they get passed directly onto you. But here's the crucial part. This isn't just a one-time trick. It's a relentless, never-ending mission. IKEA's actual goal is to push their prices down by 2 to 3% every single year. Affordability isn't just a selling point, it's baked right into their DNA. Okay, so low prices are great, but that alone doesn't create a cult following, right? That brings us to part 2 of their genius plan, the IKEA store experience. I mean, really think about your last trip to IKEA. It's not just a store, is it? It's a carefully crafted journey, a whole day out. You can drop your kids off at a supervised playroom, Smallland. Then you're guided gently along this one-way path through these amazing, inspiring showrooms. And when you get tired, you can just pop into the restaurant for some of those famous Swedish meatballs. They've turned a simple errand into a full-blown family excursion. And hey, have you ever wondered about those unique product names? You know, the Billy bookcase, the Pong chair. Well, it's not just some quirky marketing thing. The founder, Ingvar Kamprad, was dyslexic, and he found it way easier to remember actual names than a bunch of confusing product codes. So what started as a personal solution became this iconic, beloved part of the brand. And that's the whole magic of it, right? This quote just captures it perfectly. The experience is the product. You don't just go to IKEA to buy a shelf. You go to immerse yourself in the IKEA world. The loyalty isn't just to the furniture, it's to the feeling you get just by being there. So we've got the price, and we've got the experience. But how do you take that winning formula and make it work everywhere, from Beijing to Baltimore? Well, that leads us to our third pillar, global domination, but with a local touch. Look, IKEA doesn't just roll into a new country and hope for the best. Oh no, they do their homework, big time. Before they launched in India, their teams actually visited over 1,000 homes to understand how people really live. I mean, talk about dedication.
And all that homework? It pays off, hugely. Take this example from China. For the Year of the Rooster, they didn't just hang up a sign. They designed and produced special rooster-themed placemats, 250,000 of them, and they sold out in 3 weeks. That is the power of really, truly knowing your customer.
And you can see the results of this super careful expansion right here. While they're holding strong in established places like the US, they're making these massive, successful pushes into the world's fastest-growing economies, like Russia and China.
Okay, so let's tie all of this together. You've got the insane prices, that one-of-a-kind store experience, and this brilliant global yet local strategy. What it all boils down to is that IKEA isn't really selling furniture at all. They're selling an affordable lifestyle. This is it.
This is the absolute core of the IKEA brand. It's a complete package deal. It's a vision of a clean, modern, well-designed life that isn't just for the wealthy anymore. They've essentially democratized good design for everyone.
And the impact of this is just undeniable. In every single country it operates in, IKEA manages to capture between 5 and 15% of the entire furniture market. Stop and think about that for a second. One single company holds that much power in dozens of different countries all around the world.
Which leaves us with a final, big thought to chew on. IKEA's success is a total masterclass in business, in design, and in psychology. They've proved that millions and millions of us crave this affordable, stylish lifestyle. But as we're all busy assembling our lac tables and Billy bookcases, maybe the bigger question is, what does IKEA's global triumph really say about the kind of life we all aspire to live?